So what we will do very quickly, and what I did was I brought up the syllabus for the class. We're actually about a day ahead because we were supposed to have that test today. All right? But we had it yesterday, the hands-on test. So notice, Chapter 7. You do the hands-on practice. So for Chapter 7, the hands-on practice exercises are, or hands-on exercises are on, and it says here hands-on practice 7:1 to 7:11. I don't want you can do those if you want to. I'm not going to assign those. But what I want you to do is let's make it the hands-on exercises. That's just less work for you to do. So let's do the hands-on exercise. Pages 390 and 391. Again, if you want to do both, you can do both. I will not require that you do those practices. You can do them if you want to. I would strongly suggest, if you feel like you're falling behind, that you do them, or do as many as you have time to do. But I want you to do the hands-on exercises on 390 and 391. Everybody okay with that? Everybody understand that?
We're not doing any exercises for Chapter 7.
Oh, is this 8? Yeah. Okay. That's why I have all of you in here, and you all keep me in line here. So you are doing, again, you will do the hands-on exercises for Chapter 7, which are on page 354 and 355. All right, so hands-on exercises, we'll put here, Chapter 7, pages 354, 355. That's going to be required. All right, now just bear with me for a second. The hands-on exercises for Chapter 8, which we said were pages 390 and 391, those will be optional, which means you can do them, and I would suggest doing them, all right, but you don't have to do them, all right? And you'll notice today is actually day, let's make these due Tuesday, whatever Tuesday is, okay? So yeah, you will do the hands-on, thank you, on 354 and 355. You must do them. If you want to, you can do the ones at the end of Chapter 8. Does all that make sense? All right. Now, if you notice, it also says here, somewhere in here, lab handout, responsive web design. Well, Evan wrote a handout that he's got homework on for you. I don't like what he did, so I'm rewriting it now. I will give it to you by the end of the day today. That makes sense? All right. I'm not sure exactly what it'll be. It might have several pages in it. Just, you've been warned. All right, don't let that throw you. And part of it we're going to do as a class also. All right, about a third of that handout we're going to do as a class. But I will show that to you later. What I want to do right now is I want to check, close a bunch of the stuff that I've got open here.
And again, the yoga studios are not too.
No, you don't have to do the yoga. You don't have to do the Java Jam. You don't have to do any of that stuff. All right. I had people last year when I did that they wrote on the course evaluations, thank you for doing those case studies. It really made me understand it. I had other people who told me we would have gotten a whole hell of a lot more done if you wouldn't have never done those stupid flipping case studies. So I just decided, fine, I'm not going to do them then. Or I'm not going to require them. Let's put it that way. Let's see. That's not it. All right, if you look on your screen right now, I'm going to send you, I'm going to send you the study guides for Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. All right? And if you want to, if you would please bring those up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video for. In fact, I don't tape these. Or do I? No, I don't. All right, as you can see, either by looking at your piece of paper or up on the screen here, there are 5 problems, whatever you want to call them, for this practice. The first one, literally you have to go out to that YouTube site, and if you look up on the screen, this is it. It's 16 minutes long. You watch this guy talk. He gives a responsive web design with media queries tutorial. You are to follow along with it and key in what he keys in. All right, just so you get some practice to see what that stuff is like. That's number 1. Number 2, this guy, unfortunately, it's 30 minutes long, and I've never heard a guy start a video like this, but you got, I think at least you got to hear it because I think it's funny. All right, here we go.
This is the best internet video ever.
I,
Or it's the best that
I find that funny. He said, "This is the best internet video ever," and then he goes, "Well, at least the best I could do." But it's a 30-minute long video on CSS Flexbox, and you are to watch that and go through and code along with what he codes. All right. The third one, this one you might actually find fun. It's a game called Flexbox Froggy. All right, that somebody created, and you are to go through the steps in here. Okay, there's 24 steps, but like there's step 1, and they tell you what to type in. But the idea is, again, that you get some more practice doing this. So the first question, the one with the first YouTube video, is 15 points. The second one with a guy who's a little full of himself is 10 points. And the third one, this one, is 15 points. So that's 40 points right there. Then we're going to go through, we're going to do this as a class. This guy from Bootstrap Bay, he's done a tutorial. It's Bootstrap 3, but it's pretty good. We're going to do this as a class because I've gone back and redone it. I also have videos on this, but just so you know, we're going to do this as a class. And then finally, the other than page 1, everything else that I gave you, one of my colleagues in St. Louis, Brad Lutz, he wrote this thing. It's about 30 steps. It's 10 or 15 pages, and it's called Build a Bootstrap Website. And he walks you through step by step what to do. I'd like you to complete that. All right? As it says on here, if you look up on the screen or on your piece of paper, it'll be due a week from Monday. All right? So next week, I want to make sure I say this one more time so you all hear this. On Monday of next week, on Monday, we will do the written test for Chapter 7. Afterwards, we will go over Chapter 9 in your book, including the test review. Then I will give you your choice. On Tuesday, we can either do the written test for Chapter 8 and the written test for Chapter 9 and then do other stuff, or we can do just the written test for Chapter 8, but then on Wednesday, you'll do both the written test and your hands-on on Wednesday. So I'll ask you on Tuesday what you want to do. All right? And then after Wednesday of next week, we'll be through the first 9 chapters. Then we will spend all day Thursday going over that Bootstrap Bay tutorial, 30 points of this assignment I'm giving you. And by that time, hopefully you will have started on the other stuff, so if you have questions, I'll be able to field them then. Does that make sense? We may spend just Thursday and Friday as just lab days. I don't know. That'd be fine with me. Okay, questions? All right, so again, I won't be here tomorrow. You should have plenty to work on between the Chapter 7 end of chapter exercises and the handout I've just given you. Somebody will be in here, and I imagine they're taking attendance as well. Probably Mr. Corrigan next door will stick his head in here.